Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the new watch. We'll take it from here. I'm Jimmy, and with us, as always, Mr. Tony York.
Hey, good morning. What the fuck is going on?
With what?
Fucking screenshots flashing back and forth between no neck beard guy and evidently cartoon Joe Biden.
Yeah, I was doing that. It was going to the beat. I was
Please
doing that.
don't fucking do that.
Why? You might get a seizure?
Somebody might. I just get pissed off.
Excuse me. How the hell are
Good.
you, other than pissed off?
I'm good. Fucking cold. I'm alright.
Yeah, I was gonna complain
Nothing.
about the cold too until you told me something about 7 degrees, and I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I'll shut up.
No, 6.
6, fuck. Even
And if
more
I
of a
go look
reason.
at my outdoor thermometer, it's probably a couple of degrees less than that.
Jesus
I'm not
Christ.
in a city.
Less body heat.
Less concrete buildings absorbing, keeping, or seeping out their windows, whichever.
Mm. Yeah, Sean sent me this. I thought it was funny. It looks like it's Biden leaving the shitter from 2021 with, you know, still taking high gas prices, inflation, open borders, woke military, and high crimes with him. And it looks like he's got blood on his hand in a sippy cup. I wonder if he was eating a baby.
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm speculating that that blood on the hand can have something to do with Afghanistan. Sippy cup? No idea.
Or unless he was, wiping his vagina and he was on his period and he didn't use toilet paper.
Well, obviously, he got a hold of toilet paper, dragging it along.
Mm, I don't know. Maybe he tried to use some as a pad. I don't know. Um, I have no idea. But we got a hell of a show for you guys today. We're going to be talking about the multiverse.
Yes, some of
Um,
us are.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. Let's get to the daily shit first, though. I was looking in gun news as we speak, and I find nothing.
Please find something other than those two no-neck cocksucker photos on screen. I just ate sausage and waffles, man. I don't want to throw up.
You won't throw up.
Anyway, it's upsetting my stomach nonetheless. Hey, Mikey. Hey, New
um,
Watch podcast person.
that's me.
Good looking bitch that you are.
Oh God. Let's
Why the hell
see.
can't we get her on the show? Maybe I'd get her to rack my slide.
She doesn't exist. I stole that picture from online. I didn't even pay for it.
Well, it's a fucking picture of somebody.
Yeah, I'm sure she's out there. People have found catfishing and shit like that. Like, they've found people before.
That's creepy.
Yeah. What, catfishing?
Just people searching people out on the internet like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But the internet is filled with fucking weirdos. Um, a new law allows Hawaii residents to legally purchase and carry a stun gun for self-defense.
Oh, jeez.
uh, that was a huge kind of a win for the 2A community,
Stun
um,
guns ain't 2A.
self-defense community. Maybe the 2A community didn't win that one.
Morning,
Uh,
TOP, whoever you are.
what's up? Um,
Welcome.
yeah, so go through a license and training. The purchase would be anywhere from $100 to $500. Why don't they just do that with guns? If you got to get a license to get a taser and then fucking pay between $100 and $500, that's like what, a high point and a Glock. Well, I don't know how much Glocks are and high points are now. High points might be like $200 now.
Well, because if the unwashed masses decide to rise up, guns will make it too easy for them to mow down all of the lefties and righties in politics out
I think it's stupid. You hear people all the time worried about fucking follow-up shots and what's beyond your target and all that, and then, somebody activates their stun gun at too far of a distance, and then one of the prongs hits a sweet old lady, and then the other prong fucking hits a mailbox or some shit like that. I could see a lot going wrong with this versus just having a regular old pistol.
there. Yeah, I, I, I do not know how that's possible in any state.
Well, I mean, it's Hawaii, man. Isn't everybody either drunk or on meth out there?
How the hell would I know? I've never been there.
I'm just judging off of what I've seen from Dog and few people that we've talked to on the internet.
Hey, Sammy,
Uh,
I have no idea. I mean, all I ever see out there is great big fat Hawaiian dudes and good looking little Hawaiian women.
yeah, The Rock was half Hawaiian or Samoan, I think. Samoan is
Some
Hawaii,
waves
though, ain't it?
rolling in.
The
I
what?
don't know. I said and some waves rolling in.
Oh, yeah. You would have caught Elvis back there in like the 30s or the 50s or something like that.
I don't think he was in Hawaii until probably late 60s.
Whatever. I don't give a shit. What was that when he started getting fatter, or was that why
Oh,
he
yeah.
started getting fatter?
Well, it could be a little bit.
Okay. I
I
fucking
don't
him.
think Hawaii was a great big uh, mega region for rock back in the early or late 50s and early 60s, but I could be wrong.
Are
So I've never been there.
are Samoans, are they the same as Alaskans? Are
How the
Alaskan,
fuck would I know?
because you're older, man. I don't know. Fucking experience, knowledge
I've
comes.
never been to Hawaii, Samoa, or Alaska.
Yeah, but okay, so when you think of a fucking Alaskan, like one of them Eskimos, you think of uh um almost like a Filipino Asian kind of a person, which is Samoan. And then you go to Hawaii and it's filled up with, you know,
When
Filipino
I
Asian type of people. That's Samoan.
when when I think of Samoan people, I think of The Rock, slightly out of shape.
Yeah. Well, The Rock is half black. That's where that comes
Uh,
from.
the Alaskan people, fuck, that's just Eskimos, man. They're not big.
Well, they don't eat as much out there. Think about it. They got way more like pigs running around. They got to go ice fishing in Alaska to get that big all the time.
Hey, I go.
What's going on? TLP, Sammy, Echo. What's up, everybody? Oh yeah, speaking of which, too, that TLP, we got to fucking I got to break Tony off some money here.
Really?
Yeah, so hold on, it was $8.61. So what the hell, you $4.29. No, 30 cents. Yeah, 30.5 cents.
Just keep it until it gets to 1,000.
All right, I promise. Yeah, but thank you for that. Appreciate it. TLP. Where was
Are
I?
you all right? Is there a problem we should know about?
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm just kidding.
maybe he's Samoan. I don't know. All right.
Honestly, places that I've been to outside of the United States are very few. Mexico and Canada.
Yeah.
And I don't. God, I was in Mexico when I was a kid, a little bit. Uh, Canada, I was probably 10. My biggest screaming memory of being out of the country anywhere was the color of the money.
Yeah. I still have some dollars from Mexico, some like actual paper money from Mexico. I got a whole bunch of pesos too still. Want some
Back,
pesos?
we went into, we crossed the river there at Detroit, at Windsor, and just drove into Canada ways just to see it. Lived in Detroit at the time. Uh, I didn't notice a hell of a lot of difference, to be honest with you.
Mm. I'll
I
give you
know
all these pesos. Huh?
we ate lunch at A&W root beer stand there in Canada.
One of my favorite places. One
Used to
of
be mine too.
one of my favorite places. I can't find one anymore. Otherwise, it would still be probably.
Now that they partnered up with Long John Silver's and they're just fucking indoor restaurant.
Oh, they're fucking. That's trash. Long John Silver's isn't even a food place. It's just a fucking front for drugs.
Oh god, I love Long John Silver's fish with fucking malt vinegar.
No, that is fucking. They are just front. They are front for the fucking Tennessee Mafia or something like that. They're just all they do is sell weed and whiskey. You have you
Don't
ever
care.
seen a long? Have you ever seen a Long John Silver's that's busy?
Uh, the one that we had here used to be. That was before they had the
Legal
marriage
marijuana?
to A&W.
Oh, we figured that would make it more popular.
Yeah, you'd think so, but they didn't. They were right in the parking lot of the big store. It used to be a Kroger then. Uh, Man, they were busy as hell. But
Mm.
nowadays, no, not so much.
Well, yeah, marijuana's legal
I
now.
I don't go down there hardly ever. I mean, all the stores are 5 miles out on the edge of town now.
Mm. Oh shit! I'm looking at my show notes, man, and I fucked up the whole beginning of the show. I was gonna start off with fucking crying, but you know, over the weekend, uh, God fucked us again and took away an angel, Betty White. Couldn't even let her make it to the fucking her 100th birthday, man. It was right around the corner.
Yeah, so what? Everybody does.
Yeah, but she could have made it to her.
She got a long fucking run.
God could have let us have this one victory and let us celebrate Betty White's 100th birthday and called her on home.
Don't care.
I do. How about sex trafficking? I know you care a little bit about sex trafficking.
That depends on how much driving I got to do.
None. It's flying. You gotta just make it to your local private airport, and somebody will pick you up.
Yeah, I'm not very sellable, I can tell you.
Well, Ghislaine Maxwell might have found a way. She's found guilty of 5 counts of trafficking. I haven't seen what her actual the sentencing was, but 5 counts of trafficking. Um, and the thing is that I mean, I don't know. What do you think's gonna come from this? Do you think that another suicide, quote, quote? You think she's gonna flip on the traffickees or just nothing?
I don't know. She's a hard one to fucking read, really. Uh, she seems like she's pretty fucking cool-headed sometimes, and then not.
Well, that's a woman.
Uh, I don't know. I think everything she got convicted of was conspiracy too.
Yeah, she has. Well, from what I was reading, they're trafficking. She's guilty of 5 counts of trafficking. So I don't know what that means or what that is. If it was drugs, I could tell you, but
No,
whores, I have no idea.
I think that she was convicted of 5 counts of conspiracy to traffic.
Oh, well, okay, that might it
Yes,
might be what.
I don't only care about sex, but I certainly care about it more than anything else. I care about there being food in the refrigerator when I want some, money in the bank when I want that, coffee in my cup, cigarette here if I need it. That's right. But sex first and foremost on that.
Yeah, I got every other word on that last sentence.
Good.
Good.
More mysterious.
What's up, Scotty?
Yeah. Morning, Scott.
I don't think she's been sentenced yet. No, she hasn't been sentenced yet. I don't. I like I said, if she has been, I haven't seen it. Um, but yeah, that's see. I don't think he was saying if she don't hang herself in the cell. I don't think that she's gonna kill herself. And
I
that
don't.
too. Sammy makes a
It's.
really good point. Go ahead, Tony.
It seems to me that if she hangs herself, it's going to be more obvious.
See, that's where the thing comes in, and it was almost like this is my opinion. Sammy says, did she work for them or did they work for her? Neither. Um, Delane Maxwell has a fucking her sister's involved with the Mossad. Her father was involved with Mossad. You're telling me that she's not an intelligence agent either? She just decided, you know what? I'm gonna get out of the family business and just go to whoring out little young girls to politicians and shit. That'll be fine.
Uh, I don't know. Possible she has a stroke or something that doesn't kill her, but makes her unable to identify anybody.
That's possible too. But the thing is, though, is from what I've seen anyway, other than her mentioning that she gave George Clooney a blowjob, other than that, um, man, I don't know. I haven't seen her like tell on anybody. But the three main people that keep getting brought up and keep getting brought up are fucking Clinton, Trump, and the Brit Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew,
Yeah, Prince Andrew
hell, he's dead now, so what's the matter?
doesn't. But still, nonetheless, though, is that even dead or not, that would be fucking groundbreaking. But I think that she, as a Mossad agent, I think that she knows better than the like. Somebody had to come over to her and say, "Hey, you seen what happened to fucking Epstein? He killed himself with broken ribs and a bunch of bashes to the head. You want that to happen to you? Shut the fuck up." So I don't
I
know.
doubt like how she's a member of Mossad. She didn't need to be reminded of that sort of thing.
That too. That too. Like she knows what the thing is. But I just the trial amazes me because everyone's talking about the trafficking. No one's talking about the traffickees. Who did she traffic these young whores to? And we all know. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that it was the old fucking dirty fucking politicians. There's no doubt in my mind. Um, and like I was saying last week on Friday, if somebody says you're a pedophile, people tend to believe the accusation, whether it's been proven or not. So I don't know. I tend to believe this. And then this isn't the first time. Remember the Franklin scandal a long time ago in the 80s, where they were
Uh,
trafficking young boys in and out of fucking Bohemian Groves and fucking Congress fucking offices and shit like that. Young boy prostitutes.
God, that did fucking die away.
It completely went away. Um, but this and so will this because
Yeah,
you got to
Scotty
think,
says
huh?
Bill Gates is getting brought up quite a bit too.
hmm Bill Gates, Chris Tucker, fucking guy from Rush Hour. Come on, man, give me some of them little girls too, Bill Clinton. I mean, everybody. They're getting fucking info. Hey, maybe that's why Chris Tucker never made the rest of the Friday movies because fucking Epstein and Maxwell didn't like him, so they had him on camera with a fucking 13-year-old and said, "Hey, you make another Friday movie, motherfucker. This is coming out." I'm speaking gibberish to you right now, ain't I, Tony?
Yep.
Let's move on. So yeah,
Now the question is
yes.
who is sitting on the information besides her?
Oh, Epstein was. I think that this was some. Now that's the thing too, is that they're gonna let Maxwell go through this trial and not kill her because some of her higher ups still have the fucking videos. The videos are still somewhere. Now they raided Epstein's place. They destroyed a bunch of shit, unbeknownst to us, and or at least they didn't let us know what was destroyed. I'm sure they snatched a bunch of shit and brought it back to the Clintons, but there's got to be masters or there's got to be something. So I think the deal was, hey, look, fucking, we won't kill Ghislaine, and she goes on trial. But isn't she looking at a lot of time, though, if I'm not mistaken?
God, they held that comment for TLP to be reviewed.
What?
No way was Chris Tucker picking kids.
I didn't even
I
see that
really
one.
wouldn't put it past anybody
No,
that
yeah,
I do not know personally.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
if you get right down to it, the power of the sex drive, but, whatever floats your boat as far as what your sex drive is pointed to, is relevant to that part. But I don't know, man. There's a lot of sick motherfuckers out there. You would
a
not
lot
know.
of yeah. And then you get a bitch coming in if you don't ask her age, and I'm not by any means condoning this, so please, I don't see how you would, but don't take it that way, anybody. But you get a 14, 15-year-old girl that's developed already and starts fucking, I'll take that one. And then she comes over to you and starts fucking, whatever, massage, whatever. If you don't ask any questions, you ain't gonna find out. I mean, and then
Well, I can,
all of a sudden, the fucking Mossad has Chris Tucker on tape fucking a fucking 13-year-old or whoever.
I can tell you that when I was in school, 13-year-old girls did not look like they fucking do or have done for the past 20 years.
Yeah, it is possible. See, I didn't know she was in the IDF. That's probably something that I should have known, but I haven't really been like studying. But yeah, she was. I could believe that. And they could always get younger girls. See, Israel's got it going on. They know what time it is. Fill up our fucking army with a bunch of fucking, young fucking girls.
Well, Israel's had a good lesson. You turn a blind eye, they kill 6 fucking million of them.
Oh yeah. 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 I'm pretty sure that they know now. Hey, don't trust those Germans. But I don't know. Unless you believe the conspiracy theory that that was an inside job or never happened. What the
What?
fuck is that? The Holocaust.
Oh, yeah, right. Much fucking evidence to prove that.
Really? Because there's some people that say there's a lack of evidence. Like, where are all the bodies at? These 60 something million bodies. Um, what else was there? They had a bunch of other shit, but I mean, at the end of the day, the Holocaust happening was more believable than it not.
Uh, go over there, look into it. There was a bunch of fucking ovens.
Yeah. And piles of
So
fucking, that it was hard to count when they were all melted together in one pile. So,
they did mass graves. You look at how fertile the earth is in Germany from all the nutrients leached from dead bodies and ash and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all
Not
it's
hard
kind of like
to say.
one of the more ridiculous conspiracy theories out there for sure. But see, and that's the thing too, is the word conspiracy theories. I mean, they lump in people that think um Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself with people that believe in blood-sucking politicians or with people that believe in fucking, the Holocaust didn't happen or shit like that.
Yeah. As far as the Holocaust goes, I can tell you there's evidence that is so believable because the nature of American men in 1945 was that you would never, ever see one shed a tear. And there was a fucking shitload of them that did when they opened up those concentration camps, seeing what was going
Yeah, I wouldn't call that the best proof, but I think that it happened.
on. I'm not calling it proof. I'm saying that it's what makes it, to me, believable.
Yeah, the emotion and all that. Yeah, yeah,
You know, most of the other countries of the world didn't hide emotions like the American man does.
yeah. I don't know. It's just it's everything's been so construed. So if you are at all considered a fucking conspiracy theorist, like the Hollywood and music is ran by Jews, just saying that automatically makes you anti-Semitic, or that's an anti-Semitic statement or something like that.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of
Even
Weinstein shit around there.
I was gonna say, even though it's true, even though it's true, saying that is anti-Semitic. Now, I mean, actual racism and all that shit is disgusting. But it's not anyone's fault that racism just so happens to be funny. That's not a racist comment, but it gets turned into a racist comment to discredit people. Just like people saying that there's people out there. I don't know where you stand on this, but I'm pretty sure I do. Um, there's people out there though that think Jeffrey Epstein actually legitimately committed suicide. And that if you believe that, you're down a rabbit hole with reptilians and fucking shapeshifters and blood drinkers and all that shit. But the man had broken ribs and was contused on his head multiple times. So I mean,
Well, if you were to uh, write that shit off as injuries caused by the throes of death, even, it would be mighty fucking difficult to convince me that somebody used the doorknob to hang themselves with.
yeah, people use doorknobs to hang themselves to jerk off. There's no way. And then even with that, even with the throes of death, let's say that was a possibility. How are you gonna break your fucking ribs and fucking continuously smash your head in different parts on the fucking floor? It's just ridiculous to me. And then on top of that, they fucking he wasn't supposed to have a cellmate, partnered him up with this big fucking cartoon fucking muscle builder looking motherfucker that wasn't he already convicted or known for beating people to death? I mean, and the camera stopped working for the few moments that he was being fucking killed.
Let me guess, the cellmate scraped his knuckles on the wall.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, he probably didn't even get checked out. He probably didn't even get checked out. But what
Now,
I'm
I don't.
saying is how they fucking lump everything together with conspiracy. If you say a fact, CIA, the CIA has been implicated in the murder of John F. Kennedy. You're a fucking crazy conspiracy nut.
There's no way, I think, that you could convince me that Epstein wasn't murdered. He didn't do that himself, period.
Yeah, there's no way.
I mean, he couldn't have bounced his head off the floor while he's hanging himself, otherwise, hanging wouldn't work.
Yeah, no, no. even if they fucking like walked in there and the noose came undone, his sheet or whatever the fuck came undone, and he fell and bounced his head off the floor, it wouldn't do it 10 times. Your head ain't a
No,
bouncy
usually
ball.
once you mash through the skull, the bouncing stops.
hmm Yeah, and I feel like that one smack to concrete would do a lot more damage than, 10 punches would do. I don't know. This was a big fucking guy. You remember that guy that New York cop that they put in there?
No, I don't.
Like,
I don't pay that much attention to shit.
well, it was a while ago.
I
That's
know that you're going to have a difficult time getting the truth, even a part of it. About the only truth I seen out of the Epstein thing was he was dead. And I ain't even positive of that.
that's even that's questionable. So this is the little picture of him. Where the fuck is the action? There we go. This is the most recent picture of him. That's what the fuck they put. They put that in there with fucking Epstein. It looks like he's got two biceps on his left arm and his right arm. Look at there's a fucking crease right there. This is a cartoonishly big motherfucker. That I'm not gonna look that far into it, but I believe he was known for beating the shit out of people.
I
Check
don't know. I seen that fucker walking toward me on the street. I might just shoot him.
immediately. I'm not even gonna let you like fucking what? I was just gonna ask you what time it was. I don't give a fuck, man. You don't got any kind of business walking around here that fucking big.
No shit. That would die.
Yeah. Yeah, no business, you motherfucker. Yeah, so and he wasn't supposed to have cellmates. So what was that about? Come on. Come on. All right.
There's so much shit that's not believable that comes across the screen when you watch the news.
Oh, and she was considered. See, I didn't know she. Okay, there's a lot I still don't know about this Ghislaine bitch. I didn't know she was an Israeli citizen. But yeah, there's no way to me. I knew her father was, but there's no way to me that you got a family business of Mossad agents and this one daughter decided to fucking go a different route by seducing politicians to have sex with underage girls. Which sounds like it could have been a Mossad fucking,
You say that doesn't seem so fucking unrealistic if you think about it.
Yeah, it's like blackmail. I don't know. And that's what I'm saying. There's so much shit that we're not ever gonna know, and it pisses me off to the extreme because there's people out there like us and everybody listening or whatever that knows the truth or kind of knows the truth or knows there's something fishy going on at the very least. Um, but they still treat us like the rest of the idiots, you know?
No, let me ask you a question.
What?
Do you think that there are secrets that should be kept from the public?
Absolutely not. Even for the sake of the fucking safety of the country and all that shit, no. Absolutely not. It should be the government should be transparent.
I don't.
Aliens, the cure for AIDS, the cure for cancer, whatever the fuck that anything, it should all be transparent. We don't need fucking if people out there say we need a government so fucking bad, we definitely don't need a corrupt one that's only out for themselves and not worried about us. The first sign
I
of
agree with you
corruption,
there.
yeah, I mean, fuck a check and balance. The first sign of corruption, we are the people, all this shit. The first sign of corruption, we the people, should fire these motherfuckers. Some kind, but it doesn't work like that.
I, on the other hand, believe that there are secrets that should be kept from the public.
Like what?
If an asteroid was going to hit the planet tomorrow and wipe everybody on the face of the earth off, probably not good to release that today.
Um, I could see that if it, excuse me, I could see that if it wasn't a for sure thing that the asteroid was going to touch down. But if the asteroid was going to touch down and wipe everybody out anyway, the few people out there that are going to take that time to get together with their families and say goodbye to everybody and work their shit out, and those few people would really appreciate that, first of all. Second of all, if everybody's going to die, who gives a fuck if half the world goes nuts? And who cares? I would rather get the information out there and let everybody know, hey, so you're telling me you yourself as an individual wouldn't care if you knew you were about to die by a catastrophic event. You wouldn't want to know?
Probably. Well, yeah, I'd want to know, but I'd probably be better off not knowing. But then again, I'm prone to sit here and wait for the fucking thing to hit too. I'm not going to go out and pick out all the women I thought I might like at one time and just rape them as I want,
Yeah,
shit like that.
regular people. There's still a lot of people out there that are like us. We got a majority people out there following the news or fucking being fucking selfish, crazy fucking pieces of shit. But there's still people out there that are kind of similar to us in the fact that, they're country and countrymen. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just that we can't be who we are. I can't love somebody like they're my fucking brother or my sister when I know for a fact that as soon as their fucking agenda comes up, they're going to stab me in the back.
Uh, if you think about it, you know, people tend to change when they're in a crowd of people doing stuff. You
That's
know,
true.
there's a lot more going with the flow,
A lot. A lot.
uh, and that's really what would concern me. Granted, it's only one day left, and then it'll probably be solved anyway. But still,
Unless it didn't happen, then that'd be a fucking bad hangover to wake up from, eh? All the arrest warrants start coming through because people are watching the CCTV cameras. Hey, remember yesterday when that meteor was supposed to hit and you went to Target? Oh, he was beaten and strangled, no doubt. Probably bounced his head off the fucking wall floor, probably off everything else. Oh yeah, that guy's orders was, hey, beat the shit out of this motherfucker. He already got caught once, and we warned him when he got caught once. Hey, don't say nothing. Now this motherfucker's talking about a black book. Beat the shit out of him. I would imagine. Her family was inside, so yeah, it's possible she followed in her family's footsteps. I would say more than possible. I would say for sure, especially if she's involved in blackmailing politicians. That's you know, come on, man.
suppose the cellmate was supposed to find out the location of this black book.
Oh man, that's why I beat the shit out of him. He's beating the shit out of him, trying to like interrogate him. That's an eye-opening fucking factor. I don't think that it matters. I don't think that it matters because if this, looky here, if this was a Mossad operation, there was negatives, backups for backups, shit that's still probably on floppy disk. You know, that's why everybody was in. Bill Gates and fucking Steve Jobs, everybody was fucking in a super huge hurry to digitalize everything.
Well, yeah, Gates bought a fucking bunker in New Zealand.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Listen,
Think that was for shit hits the fan? No, that's for fucking Gates as a pedophile trial.
or a backup sex island. Do you think that it stopped at Epstein? They got backup sex islands, Tony. There's backup sex islands, and
I never thought about that.
for sure, for sure. Epstein was their guy. They trusted Epstein. Then they found out he was Mossad, so they had to keep fucking with Epstein because fuck, I'm already fucked anyway. Um, but they had a backup. They had a backup pimp. I look at like we were talking about earlier, the Franklin scandal. That was their pimp back then. They had pimps to bring them in young boys. That shit went down. Well, we got to find a new pimp guy. Who I've been reading about this Epstein character. He's pretty neat.
I wonder if we had an island like in the Great Lakes, if we could get by with that there.
Hey, we could make that a segment right now where we go look for how cheap islands are fairly cheap, fairly cheap if you get into high acreage. The low acre, like for some reason they charged it was like 1.5 acre island, and they were charging $3.99 for it. Where there was another island that was like fucking 6 acres for 420.
God, God.
I've looked into islands before. When Sean was talking
So
about the island too, I was looking and the prices have raised a bit.
you putting in your application to Mossad, are you?
Hey, if they'll have me, if they'll have me, we keep some of these politicians in check, I'll go.
They'll listen to the show once, say, "No, you can't tell that fucker nothing."
But see, now that brings up a question here, Tony, that I don't know. I guess I've been sort of asking, but the words just finally came to me. So why haven't these motherfuckers been? Why are they still in politics when we know that they're corrupt? We know that they're fucking on bullshit, pretty much. I mean, look at all of these scandals and everything that's come out. We're quick to cancel comedians and we're quick to cancel actors and musicians, but politicians seem to be like untouchable.
Well, you have to fuck up pretty good to get thrown out. That's for damn sure. I
Well,
don't
yeah, I
know.
mean that's obvious at this point, yeah, but I mean, you would figure. So, what good is the system of checks and balances if the ones that's checking the balances is fucking corrupt too?
I don't know. This is getting awfully close to an insurrective conversation that I don't want to be involved in.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Mossad, call me. If you-
Yeah,
I'm
no
sure you'll
shit. You can find my number pretty easily too, although I'm pretty much useless at most things.
see that, but that might be the fucking one they send in the. You'll just be the old man, and then the old man is the one that has all the fucking young girls or something like that. But the
Well,
bad part about it is that apparently you're really gonna because look at how we were talking about spies the other day. Look at spies. If they get caught, they can't say, "Well, I'm a spy for America, so you guys, you can let me go now." Like, no, motherfucker, you're probably gonna get fucking hanged or drawn and quartered or what, depending on what country you get caught in.
beheaded.
You're getting killed immediately.
Come
So
on,
think
guys.
about
Let
the
me
opposite.
fucking shave and get my hair done right before you behead me on camera. Look,
Yeah, slowly. But anyway, look at the same thing with Mossad though. I mean, we're America, so we don't fucking go to the jungle and cut people's fucking heads off and then send it out to the fucking dark web or whatever. We put people on trial and then execute them or whatever the fuck or whatever happens, you know? So the same thing is with Mossad. She's not gonna say, "Oh, I'm a Mossad agent. You gotta let me go." She's probably not even gonna mention Mossad. She's gonna fucking, take her punishment because she did procure young girls. That you know what I mean? Like she had to break the law in order to blackmail these motherfuckers. So I don't know, man. It's such a fucking weird case.
I know it. And I would really, really love to know who's all implicated in this. And I'm not so much concerned about the big fucking name. I'm concerned about the ones that are running under the fucking radar.
Yeah. Well, they had that video out. I just fucking seen it like last week. The video with Trump out saying fucking, well, back in a long time ago. Like, yeah, Epstein, he's a great guy. He likes beautiful women just like me, but a little on the young side though. So it was like everybody knew. Like, what the fuck? I don't
Um,
know.
you just look at Trump's old lady. Why the fuck would he want to go in?
Yeah, I feel like Trump had no problem getting pussy. But then again, you get invited to one of your buddies' house, right? And they got a man cave, and you go in there to fucking watch sports or fucking play pool or whatever the fuck. Imagine if he had whores. I'd be over at that buddy's house every fucking weekend.
Yeah, that would be an ideal man cave. No shit.
Yeah,
As long as you didn't check ID.
yeah. So I mean, as far as everybody else was concerned at the time, before they realized that they were getting blackmailed and that they had to vote a certain way or do certain things on certain topics or whatever, they were just going over to their buddy's man cave.
You know, the question you got to ask on all of this is what country has jurisdiction over the island? Because if it's not us, then we're really not in a position to charge these people for anything.
Well, the thing is, though, is that where the American jurisdiction comes in at is that he procured these women in America and he had them do sex acts also in America. He had a place, New York, New Mexico. I don't know if he had one in California or not, but he had whores in the United States too.
Jesus Christ, talk about a fucking entrepreneur.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they said that he was a weird guy with an egg shake dick or whatever, and fucking like I don't know. All that shit is take it or leave it. Facts, I feel like are that he was fucking murdered. He was killed. Oh, you want to blackmail us? Trying to blackmail me, Mr. Epstein?
Oh
Oh
no,
boy.
don't come in. Don't make the mistake of thinking this is blackmail. This is buying my fucking way out of jail.
Yeah, well, he got caught that first time, and was it? It wasn't Alex. It was Alexander Costa let him go,
Yep.
and then stepping down from Trump's fucking thing. We already talked about this. I don't gotta make. I don't want to make this a whole Epstein thing. What about in another universe where Epstein was like a florist?
Well, you know, think about it. If you were, or we were, in a alternate reality or a different universe or multiverse, whatever the hell you want to call it, and you were gifted with one of those gorgeous 9.5 inch dicks, you know you'd be gay.
You'd be gay?
Yeah, you would, not me.
No, absolutely not. First of all, I wouldn't that big. I don't. I necessarily wouldn't want it that big. I'm kind of happy where I'm at, but I wouldn't want it that
These
big.
days,
That I'm not trying to hurt anybody.
these days, you're lying to your fucking teeth too.
Just stuff them and rip them in half.
You want to see them eyes open when you whoop it out.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then see him red and full of tears in a couple minutes.
As long as you get off, you get off. But, you know, the way fate runs, you'd be gay.
No. Or a midget or something like, or if we're incredibly fucking fat, like with a thyroid problem. There'd be something wrong. I don't know. There would be
Yeah,
something
there'd be something to make that 9.5 inch dick useless.
not matter. Paraplegic or something. That would suck.
Now, seriously speaking, though, that is the way I kind of look at the whole multiverse thing. You know,
Well, we're
there's
gonna get
always
into
going to be some fucking problem with benefits that you see in other quote unquote timelines.
yeah, yeah, but see, well, I don't know. I was thinking about this too, like different fucking timelines and shit. So when I was a kid. I ran away from Skokie. I was still in a group home. I ran away to Cicero, but I had to stop in Lagrange because I didn't take a shit, and I was literally gonna like shit my pants. So I had to go over a guardrail and take my socks off and shit over the guardrail and wipe my ass with my socks. Now, there's another universe where I shitted before I left. And then there's another universe where I didn't eat that much that day, so I didn't have to shit. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. It's not necessarily changing anything physical about you, but changing your timeline. Like imagine, so think about how many decisions you made in, 61, whatever, for 60 years. Imagine how many decisions could have been different. And that's what I think alternate timelines are. It's just a different you making a different decision. Well, the same you making a different decision.
Well, I would love to be able to go back to when I was a teenager
Right.
and start over from there, knowing what I know.
Well, let's get into that. If you were a fifth or sixth dimensional being, you would be able to do that. So we all know, me and you can agree that the first three dimensions exist? First dimension,
Uh,
second dimension, third dimension. We're third dimensional.
well, that's just height, width, and depth.
Well, length, width, height. Yeah, same thing. But but so
The
I don't. The
different
first
dimensions they're
dimension.
talking,
Go ahead.
the different dimensions that they're talking about in the multiple timeline are uh, different realities.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, if you so believing in the way that science works is believing in multiverses is also believe. I mean, dimensions are real. The first dimension, a first dimensional being will be classed as a liner. Any dimension above will seem weird to a first dimensional being, which is like nothing, a piece of string or something like that. So not even string.
Say strings three dimensional.
It's like it's a line, pretty much the equivalent of a line. And then the second dimension would be like the ground. They say that a second dimensional being is classified as a flatlander. Neither first or second dimensional beings will have internal organs. So, like the ground is a second dimensional being. Then the third dimension is us. We're classed as third dimensional beings. We can do everything we can do is a third dimensional trait.
Are we getting to the dimension where we have two dicks?
Actually, possibly. The fourth dimension is a cube, being fourth dimensional is a cube known as a tesseract. The fourth dimension has 16 mathematical points and represents a space and time and represents space and time itself. A fourth dimensional being will be able to time travel back and forth and age anything at will, including the entire universe, and observe all of the time from the Big Bang to the Big Bang. That is exact time as ours, all in one go. So you could observe time. Nothing happens, nothing changes, but in fourth dimension, you can observe it. Fifth dimension is pretty much the same thing, but you can observe, um, let's see here. Fifth dimension has 32 mathematical points and represents all parallel universes. A fifth dimensional being would be able to observe every single parallel universe at once. Sixth dimensional
They
being.
actually pay some motherfucker for coming up with this shit.
This is science, man. This is this is his fucking scientific fucking, well, I think scientific theory, but they're treating it as scientific fact.
Yes,
Um,
the sun revolved around the earth according to science in the past.
true, true, but we have grown though. I mean, dark
Thing
matter
is,
didn't exist then either. but now it does.
Thing is that, and this is one of the issues I have with people believing in science as an absolute, is that every day we learn something new.
Like fucking different dimensions.
Or like the drugs that this dude was using that wrote this was supremely good.
This is hey, listen. This guy that I got right here that I'm reading, or girl, we don't know. Um,
If you
was
can't tell the difference between a man and a woman, I don't want no part of this damn dimension.
the only the only reason I picked this one is because it's the shortest. The other
Oh
ones would
God.
have been I swear to God, the other ones would have been like hour-long reads, Tony. I'm not even bullshitting you. Like this is apparently well known in the science industry. Sixth dimension. Sixth dimensional being could travel to all parallel universes and time travel in all of those universes. Any universe so far, except for fourth, because I guess they can only observe certain shit, and unless they could take me with them on their observations, um, they're like regular people. But anything like fifth, sixth dimension, I'm thinking they're God. If they appeared to me and did some fucking shit, I'm thinking they're God. Unless they can only do all the shit they can do, and could travel to parallel universes and time travel in all of those universes.
Now,
Maybe not God yet.
here's the thought. Do you think that maybe they're trying to wind their way around to admitting God?
I think so because at towards the 10th and 11th dimension, that's where I think God comes in. So the seventh dimension has 128 mathematical points and represents all the multiverses. A seventh dimensional being would be able to observe all the multiverses at one time. The eighth dimension, 256 mathematical points, represents time and space and all of the multiverses. An eighth dimensional being would be able to travel to all the multiverses and time travel in all of those multiverses. So that's like unlimited right there between the from fourth to eighth. Eighth is like everything that they can all do in one. The ninth dimension would be able to observe all history and possible outcomes of all the multiverses all at once, and be able to manipulate all the outcomes and probabilities slash physical laws of those multiverses at once. So ninth dimension to me, if a ninth dimensional guy showed up to me and started floating and like aged a tree right in front of me rapidly, I would think that they're a god of some sort, or a demon, or an angel.
I don't know. I think demons and angels are a little lower order than that.
Well, yeah, that's why I would say like the ninth dimensional ones. I would think that they're probably demons or something. But then now we get in the 10th dimension. 1,024 mathematical points represents everything. A 10th dimensional being would be able to do and be everything you mentioned, from being able to create and destroy life, universes and multiverses at will, to always existing and being everywhere all at once, infinite in time and existence. That's God. Uh,
Yes.
but now we get to the last and final. Now that's superstring theory only has 10 dimensions. Then you get into the bosonic theory. They have 26 dimensions. This is M theory, and M theory ends with the 11th dimension. And the 11th dimension has 2,048 mathematical points and represents above anything. We cannot comprehend what an 11th dimensional being could do, as anything you say is a 10th or lower dimensional trait. Higher dimensional beings may be able to perceive what an 11th dimensional being could do. An 11th dimensional being could be classed as a god, as we can't comprehend what a possible god could do. And they put God in quotes. Um, extra, the multiverse is rumored to have 11 dimensions, and the reason that there isn't any universe being more than 11th dimensional is because, like radioactive isotopes, the covalent bonds and universes become unstable and break back down to the 11th dimensional universes, bonding near each other. Another theory, which is the bosonic theory, um, says that there's 26 dimensions or even infinite dimensions, having infinite mathematical points and representing infinite amount of things we can't comprehend. To end, so the 11 dimensions explained now. So that is the 11 dimension explains. Now please note that these are just theories and not necessarily true. Well, you don't fucking say.
I don't know. I still suspect there's a fair amount of peyote or something going around.
I don't know, man. A lot of different scientists have a lot of different fucking theories on it, so it's crazy. But this, and then Schrodinger. I was saying that Schrodinger's cat, that thing, he was a dumbass for, putting the cat in the box, and thus with the cat in the box, it's neither alive or dead. He was kind of explaining the multiverse there.
Yeah,
Because,
that's multidimensional theory is what that is.
yeah. And they got into the two slit theory where they put two slits into a piece of paper and then shine a light through it, and no matter how they did it or where they did it or what they did it, it would be like fucked up. Oh shit! It would be fucked up on the light, the reflection of it or whatever, the light passing through it, because the photons couldn't stay the same, and so they're saying that that's like the fucking multiverse. We're all photons, pretty much. I don't know, but there was a thing, the it's the Hitler paradox. So if you go back in time and killed Hitler, after you killed Hitler, there's no reason to time travel back in the future. So or there's no reason to time travel to the past, right? You follow me?
Uh,
If
I
I'm
don't know.
right now, 2022, me and Tony hate Hitler, thought that what he did was despicable. So we made a time machine to go back to kill Hitler. But now I killed Hitler, right? And Tony in the present doesn't have any reason to make a fucking time machine because he doesn't hate Hitler because he never existed. So that would leave me stuck in the past.
Well, be sure to make notes of all the World Series wins and the Super Bowl wins so you can profit off of that knowledge.
Oh, please. You would hear about the fucking creator of the Apple fucking iPad in 1962, Jimmy James. I just got a bunch of scientists together and did my thing. And then
Yeah.
I'd create a whole bunch of slang that already exists. And then I would be literally the maker of everything pretty much. Because what existed in the 40s, not a lot. Color
Well,
TV yet?
unfortunately for you, booze.
Color TV. Oh yeah, I'd be getting drunk and creating color TVs and fucking all types of shit. Laundry mats.
Yeah.
There's a there's a place we can go wash our clothes for 50 cents a pop. Like hell yeah.
50 cents. Fuck, that's a week's wages. Bitch, take them down to the creek.
Whatever. I'm investing in Bitcoin immediately anyway, so it doesn't matter. What is this cryptocurrency you speak of, good sir?
I give it 50 years, you'll find out.
Yeah, it would be more likely that I was probably the first Jimmy James, the first guy to invent fucking pyramid schemes or something like that. Oh shit. Or the grandpa paradox. So there's two things that could happen with the grandpa paradox. Um oh no, there's no, never mind, I'm sorry. I was reading the Hitler thing still. So and oh yeah, with the Hitler thing still, before I wrap that up, I would be stuck in the past, but I could create a new timeline. That's kind of where I was going with all that shit. Create new timelines. One where fucking Jimmy James and John Rothschild worked on the fucking New Deal to create a greener fucking America or something like that, I could change that timeline.
That's actually what you did the minute you killed Hitler. You changed the timeline.
Well, yeah, exactly, which is why I'm stuck. So you create a whole new timeline. But now, well, there was that one show, 11/22/63 with Franco, James Franco, and the whole thing was to go back in time and stop the JFK assassination. So, a bunch of rigmarole bullshit, jumping through hoops. End of the day, um, he killed fucking he stopped Booth. He stopped John Wilkes Booth from killing fucking JFK.
Lincoln?
Or no, I'm sorry, Lee Harvey Oswald from killing JFK. So fucking so he went back and it was just a doorway. There was no time machine. He didn't have to depend on anybody but himself to get back. So there was a doorway he walked through, and when he got back, the world was horrible. And then people were talking about the John F. Kennedy camps that that their grandparents lived in, and So would killing Hitler, could that bring a new supervillain to light? Could that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, yeah, it could be a whole bunch of bad shit.
Well, yeah,
Like you thought Hitler
that's
was bad. Wait till you check out fucking an unleashed Mussolini or something. I don't know.
Jimmy Mussolini.
Yeah. Hey, cut off all of their heads. I'm making a
That's
meatball.
that's why they make it such a pointed thing that you're not supposed to affect the timeline.
Yeah, because it could be more than likely it'll end up being worse. But I don't know. I think I would take that chance because realistically, it's 2022 right now. How much more fucking worse could it get?
I wouldn't ask questions like that.
Yeah, right, don't tempt fate like that.
Shit,
but yeah,
well, find out.
but see, so that's different than the grandpa theory. So if you were to go back in time and kill your grandfather, then your father would have never been born and you would have never been born. So with that paradox, it's a paradox because it's not understood. Would you just disappear? Would the you that went back in time still exist? So you stay in that timeline to create a new one? How would how would that one work? I would figure it'd be like
Well,
Marty McFly type situation, and you start disintegrating.
oh, so you go back and your mom tries to fuck you.
No, not that far. Grandpa, maybe my grandma. I don't know. She was a looker back in the day. And technically, if I killed my grandfather, we wouldn't be related, huh?
That was kind of what transpired with Marty. Is his mom tried to bed him.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about the slowly fading away when him and his dad weren't going to get together.
I, I don't know. I do not do any kind of research into this stuff whatsoever.
Neither do I. That's what I'm asking you. Like, well,
I don't.
obviously I do a little, but
I don't specifically believe in multiverse theory.
what if there was a universe with Jesus and guns? How do you think Jesus would feel about guns?
Uh, Damned if I know. I mean, he was good about saying, "Render unto Caesar what's his." Be that a bullet? Who knows?
Yeah. I know one gun that would definitely be banned. Nail guns. Get
Why?
it? Because he was nailed to the fucking cross.
Look, the gun itself, I don't think Jesus would have had too big a problem with if you didn't use it to shoot people. You know, standing up on top of the weeping wall shooting steel, fine. Well, I guess back in the day it would have been brass, but
Yeah, nonetheless. Did they do galvanization back then in those days? Oh shit!
I don't think so.
It can always get worse. Tony will be the old man with a suppressed rifle and a suppressed pistol or two. Hell yeah! Where'd you get those from?
Press revolvers, thank you.
Because people are shit scared of them and do anything about it. You said her family were Messiah. Oh yeah, yeah. We lost
You
people
know,
in the multiverse.
on a completely off topic thing, I have noticed the past, I guess, since the first, that there have been an inordinate number of weight loss commercials on TV.
Really? That's weird because I would figure that the fats would have something to say about that. You know, that they're all like body shaming and anti-bully and all that shit now.
Yeah, I see this and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, they're already after these people that broke their resolution in 3 days.
I don't know, man. I think it's illegal to call somebody fat nowadays.
I don't give a shit.
Hey,
You know, they're not on these commercials calling them fat. They're, you know, you lose a
they're
few pounds.
insinuating it.
Well, of course they are. They're young fat.
They're insinuating it. Oh, I got my. That reminded me too. I gotta go get my workout pants. There's another one in here. I told you my dogs ate my fucking shit, so I got a fucking another one.
Got something else from chew on, huh?
Yeah, no, not this time. This time I'm gonna put it away if I ever go somewhere for more than a fucking hour. Oh, this is, and oh, one more thing too. This was based in reality, even though we lost like half of the show in the multiverse. Um, and there was a universe where the fucking early watch was a hit.
That would be a
uh,
dark fantasy.
yeah. Um, I think this is from Reddit, obviously. I think I experienced a shift to another reality slash universe. I was driving home and changed lanes to get into an off ramp. A few cars ahead of me, another car pulls up into the exit lane at the last possible second and hits his brake. I saw the car behind him rear end the car with force. The off ramp is on a curve with a suggested speed of 35 to negotiate the curve. So the speed was around that. However, in the blink of an eye, it was a perfect merging, and both cars were traveling at regular speed around the curve with no damage to either car. Did the rear ending set off a chain of events that resulted in my death, so my consciousness moved to another reality where the accident didn't happen? No one commented on this one. No one commented on this one. No, you were on drugs or very tired.
You're fucking daydreaming.
Yeah, something happened where, or maybe you're dead right now. Maybe this is hell.
I don't know.
Welcome. Welcome to
Nice
hell.
choice of wording. He's
What if,
dead.
but see, now look, what if that's the case too? What if us as third dimensional beings were from another multiverse with another fucking, we were like fifth dimensional beings and then we died and we got, every time you die, you go down a class.
Obviously, you really pissed somebody off at about the sixth or seventh dimension to get where you are now.
Oh shit.
Not you specifically. I mean, just saying. Obviously, somebody's done something to end up here.
Yeah. What kind? He said, what kind of caliber revolvers would you bring into the past with you, Tony? 45 long Colt?
44 Magnum.
Duh. We knew that.
Actually, probably would be more uh, akin to bringing 22 long rifle because you at least get that.
What do you mean? Just bring a fucking bring a little red wagon full of fucking 44 special and 44 mag.
You can get 44 special back then. I have to take two of them apart, pour the powder into just one.
I think you
There we
can
go.
get her.
That feels right.
Think you can get her done. All right. What else do we got here? Yeah, this guy's retarded. It sounds cool though. I mean, no, you know what? I take that back. It doesn't even really sound fucking cool. Two cars merging, and then all of a sudden I'm back and they're driving at regular speed. Nah.
Yeah, if you're bored, man, and mine's fucking ripped, some stupid shit like that, but to actually question it after the fact, I kind of,
Well, that's like you ever heard about that guy that woke up from the coma and thought that he had a whole fucking family? Like while he was in the coma, he was having a coma dream that he met a woman, married her, had children, fell in love with her. Then, when he woke up, was actually sad. I believe his exact words were mourned his wife and child because it was like he had them and then lost them.
dude, the way society is today, you probably should have celebrated, not mourned.
Yeah. Got out of bed, did a little two step. But yeah, fucking that's it's just it's crazy how our mind works. And then there's so many unanswered questions about fucking our own physiology and all that shit. It's crazy. You never know.
Well, like if you're out doing something and you see something long ways off that you can't identify, your mind will fill in to something that it can see within that particular shape.
That's the distance distortion factor. It's like you fucking see you're standing at the park and across the fucking way by the water fountains you see a fucking gorgeous girl and then you walk up to her to say hi and she's a pig.
I think that's wishful thinking more than anything.
Well, no, I mean imagine if they had a fucking like good body and they were wearing something fucking like provocative or whatever. And from afar, you're like, oh, fucking, she's flipping around her hair or something. You're like, oh, she looks fucking good. Look at her. You walk up, and then fucking, Mr. Ed says, hello, Wilbur. You know, that type of shit. Your mind, like you said, your mind does the rest of the math for you.
My mind don't generally improve shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know. My mind walks like a duck, talks like a duck, must be a duck. Till you get
Mine's like
over
most of them bitches are unattractive, so you might as well figure this one is too.
it. All right. Let's move on here to the Constitution. What would you
What's
change about
that?
the Constitution?
Uh, First, I would say that I would make the Second Amendment completely absolute.
And how would you do that? Just changing the words of it? Or adding another amendment to do that?
No, I would just change the Second Amendment to say the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall never in any way be infringed.
And then they'll fucking figure out something. There's got to be a way to word that shit where they're fucking just lost.
Might add another amendment that any attempt to circumvent these laws laid out herein are treasonous,
Will
but
result in treason.
are subject to the penalties therein, namely death.
So on the $2 bill, they have the fucking Declaration of Independence, and there's a black guy on it. I forgot what his name was off the top of my head. But now I'm looking at a color picture that was drawn, and he's not in there. Whitewashing, are we?
Hell if I know. I thought it was a black woman on the $2 bill.
I don't know. No, it was a guy. I even knew his name at one point in time in my life, but it's one of those things you look up once and they're like, oh, that's neat, and then never look it up again. Um,
How many $2 bills have you ever had?
a lot. I got one in my wallet right now. I keep one in my wallet.
What the fuck for?
Luck. I keep a $2 bill in my pocket for good luck, and I keep a $1 bill in my pocket because if you keep a dollar in your wallet, you'll never be broke.
Well, now that doesn't really.
Uh,
You can get rid of that damn dollar. You got the two in there. You're not broke.
I'm keeping those three. That $3 is my fucking good luck sign. Plus, it's like the Holy Trinity, so I like to
It's
do
also
things in
like
threes.
a cheap pack of them cigarettes that they call cigars.
Those Swisher sweets or whatever.
Cheyenne.
Oh yeah, yeah, Cheyennes. I do everything in threes, Tony. um, I don't know, man. I was reading something. They were talking about the 22nd Amendment not regulating what people can do, uh, namely elect presidents. It was passed by Republicans as soon as they could, not wanting to put up with another FDR, of course. It backed as ill considered things often do, as they could not elect Ike or Reagan to a third term. I think terms on presidencies are fucking. I think that's important. I would never change that one, so that's a fucking bust.
I don't care, but I would change that from president to all public office holders.
Nah, cause I could firmly believe and fucking stand by the whole dictator thing. I'll cut him off at two. I don't want to fucking look at. There's still people out there that say Clinton was the best president that we've had in a long time. If we, I almost left myself speechless, but I'm just saying there's a lot of people out there that still fucking think that. Imagine
No,
if those people were still able to vote in fucking 99, 98, not whatever. What if Clinton was still in office?
I'm not saying to change it so they can continue running. I'm saying to make it to where no fucking politician can do more than 2 terms.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true too because there's fucking there's a few
I was
mayors, few
actually,
governors, few senators. Get the fuck out.
I was actually expecting them to try to make it to where Obama could get a third term.
I thought that too. I thought Trump was good, but to be honest, I thought Trump was going to do it too.
Fuck, Trump didn't even get a second term.
I know, but still, I thought he was going to try it. He's coming up again in 2024, so we'll see. Maybe he will try something like that. Maybe so. Maybe so. I don't know.
Change it to where you can only run 2 consecutive terms. So we could do 4 on, 4 off.
Sammy said, "Quack quack, motherfuckers." Remember we was talking about ducks? It walks like a duck, talks
Yeah.
like a duck. It's a sweat.
Uh,
Um, let's see here. So that's done with. What time is it? What do we do? Am I the ass? Let's go to Twitter. Haven't done Twitter buzzwords in a while. I want to erase this off my screen anyway.
Sammy said he'd take Kennedy over Biden. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Kennedy was what a Democrat was. I mean, not this liberal fucking ridiculous bullshit that they are now.
All I heard was bullshit they are now, Tony. Broke up like a motherfucker. Sounds like there's a fax machine right in front of you.
Well, there ain't.
that was Perfect. Oh, I know what it is. You're fucking. You got like a heater or a fan or something on, and you're fucking sitting too far back, and it's picking up more of that than you. And then when you sit forward, you come in crystal clear. All right, so I'm looking up fucking AR-15 on Twitter, and it's not as bad as I thought. It's actually a lot of positive stuff. I was trying to find
Yeah.
somebody that was like, these goddamn AR-15s need to come off the street or something, but it's actually I'm actually pretty happy about that now. Oh, there goes one. Kevin 613 from December 29th. High five to all of you who are still surviving without an AR-15.
Well, high five to you too. I don't have an AR-15.
Yeah, he's got more powerful rifles that you guys think are fine.
Yeah,
uh,
I've got fucking handguns that are more powerful than AR-15.
yeah, yeah, and it'll blow a deer's head to fucking smithereens after a couple shots. Let's see, definitely would explode a squirrel. Shannon Watts. We've heard from Shannon Watts before. She's coming back to the fucking new watch here. A heavily
Yeehaw.
armed man with an AR-15, ammo, magazines, body armor, and medical kits was pulled over in Cass County, Iowa. Police say he was driving to the White House from Sacramento to kill DC leaders on his hit list, including the president and Dr. Fauci.
Oh,
Well,
jeez.
I mean Fauci. Come on, we could, who gives a fuck about Fauci and the president? Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm surprised he hasn't assassinated himself yet.
How heavily armed could this fucker be coming from California?
And yeah, he was gonna travel. He was driving there.
And how did he get to Iowa? I
Uh,
guess California is tall enough. He could have come across 80, I suppose.
yeah, I mean, what is that? Like a couple thousand miles? It's not horrible. It's doable.
I mean, when I think of coming across from California, I usually coming across 44 or 70.
I'll tell you what, man. Police say he was driving to the White House from Sacramento to kill DC leaders on his hit list. The president and if he was doing all that, he's just as retarded, if not more, than Joe Biden. I don't know. That's another thing about politicians too. How the fuck did Joe Biden get into a fucking like? I don't know. He seemed retarded before. Seamus Hughes. Law enforcement have arrested a California man. Oh yeah, that was it. The same one. They retweeted it.
What the fuck is this guy's name?
Um, so far, I'm just seeing California man, heavily armed man. Uh,
Go back up on that.
Kuwakcha Zhang.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like an American fucking name.
Oh, I
Like any
hate
of
the president or so much. I'm gonna get to my guns and go and carry him. Also, a TikTok angle. So he was making a TikTok.
ah,
I make a really funny TikToker about the killing a president. This guy wasn't gonna go kill fucking. Little Wayne's security is pressing charges after claiming he pulled an AR-15 on them. I mean, security is armed. I would have to have a gun too if I was facing down security, especially my own. Um, Occupy Democrats. If you're a Democrat who thinks the insurrectionist who tested positive for drugs threatened to kill himself, fled, and left an AR-15 rifle, ammo, and military fatigues in his car, never should have been out on bond, and I want the latest breaking news. Please retweet and follow our account. What
what?
the fuck was this? When was this? What? The insurrectionist who tested positive for drugs threatened to kill himself, fled, and left an AR-15 rifle, ammo, and military fatigues in his cars. Never should have been out on bond. Let me see. If I'm gonna now. I gotta click on this goddamn thread to see if there's any info on this. No. Should anyone who gets arrested and tests positive for drugs be? Oh, they're like going against it. Should anyone who gets arrested and tests positive for drugs be denied bond then? You still haven't told us what the crime he was charged with. You don't need to be a Democrat to think he needs incarceration. Drop the Democrat part. Separating is a GOP tool. What? I'm leaving this one. I'm leaving this one.
Please.
I'm leaving this one. I do agree. I mean, I agree with kind of the part where that we should all be together and drop the party shit, but whatever. Um, Ashley Biggs says you should own a gun. In fact, you should own several. A decent PD, a decent PDW, a rifle chambered in at least 30 caliber cartridges, and an AR-15 at minimum. Hell yeah, Ashley, you go, girl. You fucking ginger, go, girl. Some positive shit. Wow, an Iowa man with an AR-15 has been caught by the police. He hit a hit. Oh,
What an idiot. It's
Brittany
California,
doesn't.
man, you stupid
Yeah,
bitch.
he was caught in Iowa. Brittany, dumb fucking AZ Brittany, stupid fucking bitch.
AZ, I assume that means she's from Arizona, which explains much.
Yeah, or she's fucking. What's a Z word? I don't know. Authentic fucking retard. Dumpster fire Duchess. All the people butthurt in my mentions because I'm trashing their aesthetic. Com block gear and telling them to get a fucking AR-15. Hey,
Oh,
hey, hey,
damn.
hey.
Throughout history, which one has had the better reliability reputation?
Com block.
No shit.
For sure. That's why I still like fucking. I still like it. Drum mags are fine for gamers, but have no place in a fight. Talk amongst yourself. What do you think, Tony? Tony, you don't care about drum magazines anyway.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind having a Thompson with 100.
That would be fucking cool as shit. Yeah, Thompson is my fucking unicorn gun. Like that's the one I need in my life before I die.
Eat them Wheaties because those cocksuckers are heavy.
I don't care. I don't care.
They're heavy
Um,
without the fucking 5 pounds ammo attached to the bottom.
yeah. What do they got? What is it? A 30 round stick, right?
Nah.
Like
Last one
25
I had
rounds.
my hands on had 50-round drum.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like 6 or 7 fucking pounds because it's a fairly heavy steel drum by itself.
this one is funny. Look, so 60 rounds, right? Two 30 round magazines cost 35.90. 60 rounds, one drum magazine, one beta magazine, 129.95.
So what?
No, I'm just saying, 60 rounds, 35.90, and then another one costs 60 rounds, but it's 130. I'm just saying. Well, they're just saying. I'm not going to take credit for it. This is theirs. I don't fucking know,
But you
Tony.
can fire 60 rounds without a reload with the 129.95 version.
Yeah, but if you're fast enough, you flick out that magazine, pop in another one, and for tactical reload, because you still got one in the chamber, you're busting out 60 just about as fast.
Yeah, but come on, look at most of the guys who buy shit like that. They're 270-pound couch fucking potatoes with a great big long Mississippi mud flap.
The old school site is the best. Um, Oh, that sucked. Nobody needs an AR-15. Nobody needs a whiny little bitch either. Yet here you are. I had a T-shirt that said that at one point in time. Now I gotta find my T-shirt. Should we go back to Instagram to find my T-shirt? AR-15 for Christmas. I'll take it. Do you see this one? This girl, I'm gonna keep it up for a second. This girl keeps shooting this AR with her eye right on the fucking scope. And she keeps, like, that's not how you shoot a gun, bitch. Stupid bitch trying to be cute and shit. I wish that was a fucking 30-06. Tell me when you see this retarded asshole.
Yeah, I see it.
I wish that was a 30-06. I wish that was a
It
50 BMG.
certainly isn't doing any favors to you shooter.
Yeah, no, who bought her that? Just help her fucking shoot, man. Her eyelashes are inside of the fucking scope. Well, you're not supposed to be that close to the goddamn eye relief, bitch. Eye relief.
Is that a PCC? See
No,
pistol ammo on the bench.
no, that's a rifle. That's a rifle. Fucking necked cartridges and everything. That's yeah. She's shooting 5.56, possibly 2.23, I guess. But yeah,
They're the
fucking
same
idiot.
goddamn thing.
Yeah. Well, the head spacing's a touch different, but yeah. Um, any firearms in the vehicle, sir? No, sir. Only movie props. Oh shit, that was a good one. That's about it. I'm done with this Twitter shit. There's
That reminds me of I watched the extra features in some of the Dirty Harry movies, and Mill Millhouse, whatever the fuck his name is.
who was that? The black guy?
No, the white guy who directed.
Oh,
He
okay.
also directed a bunch of other good movies, but Milius was talking about the Dirty Harry gun, the 29, and one of their assistants was carrying it uh, either to where they were going to shoot or from one location to another that was going to require a plane trip, and got arrested for trying to board the plane with that 29. And he told us, he said every fucking cop that he saw, because they had the gun laying on a table out there by the holding cell where he was at, where you could see it. Every cop come up there, he'd pick up that gun and he'd quote that fucking line. You know, this is a 44 power play. He said there
Yeah,
must have been a dozen cops that come up and did that shit.
that's
I've
crazy.
been like screaming, I've been framed!
I'm a patsy. Oh, check this out, Tony. This is from Ballistic Magazine. Okay, folks, here's our next poll. Since famous guns are a thing, would you rather have a new legendary Kyle Rittenhouse Kenosha AR-15 or a brand new full-size pickup truck of your choice? Gotta give us reasons on your answer. Go. Pickup truck, not born retarded.
No shit. Fuck, I'd rather have that old Jeep he's walking in front of.
Yeah, and then I'm selling that pickup truck, getting a Kia and another couple AR-15s and some money left over.
You know, sometimes you got to wonder the mentality of people who post such fucking stupid questions.
I get, you know what though? I bet you, let's go back up to this. I bet you that's what I was gonna do in the first place. There's 60 comments. I bet you there's some motherfuckers that said, I will take that AR-15 for 250, brand new pickup truck of my choice because, oh yeah. Yeah, everyone's actually saying pickup truck. This guy said, I'd rather have better things to do with my time than come up with pointless questions for a living, but that's just my opinion.
That guy sounds like he would be friends with me.
Yeah, everybody's saying truck. Everybody's saying truck. So yeah, I guess that we're not a bunch of retards after all. That's actually kind of inspiring.
No shit. It's just a fucking AR and probably a cheap one at that.
Bushmaster. So I would say mid-range.
Although that particular one probably has pretty good value about now.
Yeah. Well, remember, fucking George Zimmerman sold his Keltec for like $100,000, and I want to say it was more than that.
Well, you got
Ivan,
to give him credit for doing one thing smart at least.
yeah. Ivan said, "Make grenade launcher." I make grenade launcher, and he's got a slingshot on top of his fucking AK. Oh, Jesus Christ! Sometimes
Well,
some of the things people come up with is hilarious.
so that could actually be somewhat effective. You could get a hold of some surgical tubing.
Yeah. This is hilarious. This is fake though. It's made up, but it said feds raided my house for my illegal full auto 10.5 inch AR-15. We ended up having a late Christmas dinner together. That's just his boys dressed up or something. That's yeah, but that's still funny. Pocket grenade. All right, I'm done with it. The more I look, the more I'm gonna keep here. I'm gonna stay.
Where the hell's Reddit ones at? They're usually pretty good.
What Reddit one do you want? CCW? I got Am
Uh,
I the asshole because I got mad at my fiance because he did not stop his dad's comments. Me and my fiance invited his parents for dinner out to our place. I cooked a meal, not simple, but not extravagant because I'm not an amazing cook. It was ready before they arrived, blah, 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 blah. When they arrived, had a conversation. They sat down and went to the kitchen to serve the plates when I hear his dad telling me to do it quicker. I wasn't too bothered by the comments since they were probably hungry, so I ignored it. After I served them the plates and sat down, I thought the quicker comment was in the past, but his dad started saying something to his son, like, "There's a lesson for you. Women need to feel threatened by another woman in order to reach their full potential." Oh God. If she had felt threatened, she would have been faster. Yeah. It was
I
literally
like Dad. Dad's
yeah,
funny.
dad is dad is a hoot. I was literally on the same table, so I heard it and got very mad. But it is his dad, so decided to let my fiance handle it. His mother didn't seem surprised; she just kept eating, enjoying the conversation. Well, he didn't tell his dad to stop. Instead, he started laughing and saying something like, "Oh yeah, don't worry. Once we get married, things will be different." And that was it for me. I didn't make a scene, so I waited until they left to my fiance. I told them I was very mad at him for laughing at his comments instead of just saying no or changing the topics. He said that I'm overreacting and that it was the way his dad jokes. I told him I didn't find the joke funny. He got pissed off and told me to talk to him once I've calmed down. Am I the asshole?
Yes, your sense of humor, you stupid bitch. Or better yet, guy find a woman that has one.
Yeah, because this is probably one of them fucking I'm woke. Like this is not how you're
Sounds
supposed to
like it.
treat a lady. So yeah, get a better bitch. I had to tell my wife a few times, "Hey, looky here, you just start laughing or you don't say nothing."
Uh, I
I
told
didn't say.
mine one time, that's my sense of humor. Fucking deal with it.
Is this what the string and the porta john is for? And it's got a guy holding it's got his gun set up on it.
I'm waiting for the next one where there's a bunch of fucking bullet holes in the porta john.
Yeah. That would be funny. Here's one. Am I the asshole for calling the police on my fiance? My oh no, what did I do? My fiance, 28, and I, 30, have been together for 30 years. I used to live close to work and used public transportation, but after I moved into his house, which is hours away from work, I bought myself a car. I'm a nurse, and also since there isn't any hospital close to where I live that I could transfer to. My fiance's car hasn't been working for close to 2 months now. It requires so much money to get it fixed, and he refused my financial help when I offered it. Instead, he would ask to use the car every now and again. I agreed as long as it was when I'm not working. And also, since he only uses it for trips to the supermarket, etc., New Year's, he told me he wanted to use the car and go hang out with his friends and celebrate, but I declined because I had to cover night shift and needed my car to travel to work. He insisted and even suggested I take the night off or swap shifts with another nurse, but couldn't do that. I thought he dropped it. I thought he dropped it then, but when I went into the shower and got out, I couldn't find him nor my car. I freaked out and started calling for half an hour, but he didn't answer me. I tried again till one of his friends picked up. I demanded he give the phone to my fiance, but he said they were out and confirmed that he took my car and told me my fiance said that it's better that I skip my shift and he'll be back with my car later. What a dick. I couldn't take it, so I felt so enraged. I had my fiance on the phone telling him I did not consent for him to take the car to go hang out with friends and said I'd call the police to get it back if he refused to come back with it. But he didn't take me seriously, so I ended up calling the police. And he and his friends were picked up at the bar where they were hanging out, then were taken into the police department. I got my car from there and still went to my shift. My fiance was let go hours after I left. He blew up my phone with missed calls and texts about how I was out of my mind to call the police on him and put him in this situation. I did not respond. But when I got off work the next day, we got into an argument, and he said he couldn't believe I do this to him, but I told him he made me do this. To which he responded that I was petty and callous because not only did I ruin his New Year's celebration, but all his friends aren't speaking to him after I put them in this situation as well. And he then kept giving me silence about it. I did consider this a form of theft, especially since he went behind my back after getting a no from me, but he was shocked that I'd even imply that he was a thief and said that's yours. What's yours is mine and vice versa. So I shouldn't be using the terms theft and stealing. Am I the asshole?
No, you're not.
Nah, but you are the woman and you're supposed to honor what your man tells you. Is this her fiance? Still, nonetheless, I feel like that's close enough to marriage to be bullied. Oh gosh. Yeah. Yeah, she's not
Curious
the
what the
asshole. I
guy
mean,
would.
go ahead.
Curious what the guy would have done had the situation been reversed.
I don't know. To be honest, my personal thing, if I was the girl, I would have either fucking took off work or fucking found a way to get there. They make all kinds of taxi cabs now on your phone, so you could have got
It's a
there.
little costly to run a fucking taxi ride for 2 hours.
Well, she's obviously got a job.
Yeah, obviously he needs one.
Yeah. Uh, uh-oh. Today I fucked up trying something sexy on for my wife. Want me to read that one? I like to pre-read these usually, but the day before Christmas, I was taking a shower and my wife said she got something cute and left it on the bed for me to look at. Once I got out of the shower, she went in. I went in the bedroom to check it out and realized it was something for me. I said, "Okay, I'm down. Let's try this on." It was what I thought anyway, something like Victoria's Secret underwear for me, but crocheted. Weird flex, but okay, I'm down. I tried putting it on in the way I thought it should go, but realized it wasn't big enough to go around my waist. Okay, maybe it's like a sock a la Red Hot Chili Peppers. Flea used to put a sock on his dick or whatever. Anyway, okay, so I started putting it on in a way it could go on and discovered these two holes that I thought maybe my balls should go through. Okay, kinky if I like it. Unfortunately, my balls are not fitting through there. Okay, so I do the best I can and use the string to tie it up and then lay down on the bed to present myself to my wife. She finishes her shower and comes out into the bedroom. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be awesome. A bust a sexy pose for her while smiling seductively at her. When she walks in, she starts laughing hard, crying, laughing. I do not feel good about this, and my self-esteem is now destroyed. I shamefully take it off, feeling really bad about this. She laughs harder. I'm thinking, damn, what a weird setup. About 10 minutes later, after she's has finally finished laughing, she comes to the living room where I'm sulking and explains herself. It was a Christmas hat for the cat. Those holes were for its ears. Now I'm like, well, my balls have been all in his hat. Should we still give it to him? We washed it and put it on the cat. He hates it. I tried putting it on a sexy outfit for my wife, but it was a hat for the cat. Oh God. Uh, Not as good as I thought, but not bad.
Something tells me that the way the guy described the whole thing has been enhanced a little.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm sure he embellished a bit, but nonetheless, that was hilarious. I sold my iPod in public space and I sold my iPad in public space at night in Minnesota, negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit temperature. Turned out it's fake. Oh, that sucks. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $800. Was the iPad fake or was the money fake? I'm confused.
I couldn't tell you anymore, man. I don't look at $100 bills.
Same thing happened to a kid I went to school with. He lived down the street. We watched it all go down. When I was in high school, some kids printed a bunch of 20s. They looked and felt surprisingly real for a home job. Oh, so it's fake money. Them, damn. Fake hundreds are hard to make, man. They have to be, because those strips in the middle. But look, oh, I could look at those blue strips right there, Tony, and tell those are fakes. And then it says, replica right there on the money, where underneath the fucking serial number, it says replica. Oh, sometimes I just want to punch people.
Yep. They say you can't fix stupid.
Oh God. All right. Good show, everybody. We'll be on Wednesday.
Sometime.
It'll happen. Promise. 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 Promise.
What we got here?
What does it look like?
I don't know. I seen legs walking down what appeared to be a hallway. Now the fucking
Oh,
donut dudes again.
yeah, that was a Karen video.
Still, every time I think about that, I feel real sorry for a friend of mine named Karen.
Yeah, bro, I'm a little bitch. I mean, my Mac is chill, niggas.
And, she actually,
I'm a
when she was
dungeon.
in high school, she was kind of a snooty bitch.
Oh, you ready? You ready? You
But
ready?
still, how would you feel if they called some faggoty, whiny ass asshole Jimmy or whatever the fuck your name really is?
Like that was their name. Like if you're a faggot and if you're a crybaby faggot, we call you a Jimmy. You're a Jimmy.
Yeah,
Oh, I would hate it.
no shit.
I
I
would
mean,
hate it.
I feel bad for all the real Karens out there.
Look at that Jimmy prancing down the street. Yeah. I'd be pissed off.
Oh, Jesus Christ, here comes a full Jimmy James.
That's funny. A lemon devours all other fruit in the garden. That'll take a second to get up. That's weird, though.
Say, a woman's a fucking tree.
I don't know. I'm not gonna read this. I'm wrapping up the show. But it says, am I the asshole for getting my job back to get out of taking care of my husband's autistic niece? Yeah. Oh
Oh,
God. A little
where?
Jesus.
I don't know. I mean, what fucking responsibility is it to her?
It's a great day to help people
That's not blood relative.
Yeah. I mean, really, no. You would just be a nice person to do that, but apparently she's an asshole. But you are right. I mean, it's not her responsibility. And I would just say to go make money. Like, I'm just doing this to make money. I wouldn't
Yeah.
even give a reason.
Family is bad about fucking using people to death.
Yeah, that is true. All right. Oh, I guess have a good day.
Good day, everybody.
Blah.
Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
We don't care if it does.
No, not really.